I think
should
the
be
defense
even
is
better
going
than it
to
was.
be better.
I
I
do
will
too.
say definitively, I think they will be better.
They got defensive linemen. They just, I mean, they were on skates against Louisville last year.
They are
because
going
they
to be
didn't have
better on
Lovett. They
defense.
didn't have Burst. The backups weren't ready.
Cooper was hurt all year. Malcolm Ray was hurt all year.
I mean, I hadn't seen. I was with Jet, or maybe I just talked to you after. I saw Daryl Jackson for the first time.
Yeah, you and I were talking together. Yeah,
Holy moly! And
He's
that
a monster.
guy, that
He's a
guy
monster.
probably won't start.
He might start,
but he's going to play a lot no matter what. They're going to rotate him in. But that's where you are now. That guy would have been on the cover of the media guide 3 years ago, and now he might not be a starter on your team because of Lovett and Fisk and the other guys you have. So that's me, man. That's what makes you feel good about this defense. That defensive line could be really good if it stays healthy.
And there will be games where, they've spoken about it openly, that there's going to be times they look at maybe going 5 defensive linemen, because that is such a strength of this team now in terms of the depth and talent on that defensive line, where you could put 5 of those. You could say against this offense, we're better off having these 5 dudes out there than the extra DB. And that's, again, you get to when you have depth and when you have a versatility of talent, it opens up a lot of doors for the coaching staff, because a lot of people have judged Adam Fuller for whatever reasons. They don't believe he's what he needs to be. Although Mike Norvell just gave him a big raise and extension. So he clearly
What's he
believes
making
in him.
now? What's he up to?
$1.2 million
a year?
Yeah. Doing pretty well
Adam.
for himself.
Okay, dog.
So the people that thought there was a concern that he wasn't under contract at the end of last season, and maybe Norvell's getting rid of him. Well, no, you got a big raises and a 2-year extension. But besides that, we'll see what kind of coach he is with this kind of talent, because you some of your decisions strategically are made by what you have available.
Of course.
Well, now he's got a pretty full cupboard. So
the versatility of looks that they're able to now give opposing offenses. They were pretty standard. They were really pretty one-dimensional what they could do defensively a year ago, because they were hamstrung by personnel. They're far less hamstrung by personnel now. Now they have versatility. They have real talent, real size, real depth up front. And I think that also, even for the guys that did play a year ago, they can be better just by knowing that they can give 100% of whatever they have in the gas tank for this series, because I'm going to get a rest. I got a quality backup that's going to come in the next series, and he's going to get that time to go 100%, and then it'll be my turn again. And this is how this works. You have all the players will see their play elevated by that quality of depth that we're referencing. So, yeah, I do think it will be. We have question marks about the secondary, but it's not to say there aren't people that can fill and answer those questions, right? I mean, we just haven't seen it. So this will be, I think, probably one of the more interesting observations that we'll make as a staff is how are they, how does Duke Cooper transition to safety? Does he start at safety? What do they do with Azariah Thomas? Is he going to be a nickel corner? What's he going to be? Who are you going to be your starting? Is Fintrell Cypress a starting corner to go with Renardo Green, or does Renardo Green move back to safety? What do they do? So they have options. And obviously we all like Shaheem Brown.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Like the big loss you have from that defense is Jamie Robinson.
Yeah.
And it is a big loss. But kind of sneakily, Shaheem's a better athlete. Shaheem's going to project better in the NFL than Jamie Robinson is. Jamie Robinson's super productive, but he's not a guy. He didn't blow anybody away at the combine. Solid.
Yeah.
And he's a real instinctive player and smart and tough and physical, all those things you love. But Shaheem Brown's got a length and athletic ability to him that is going to test much higher and potentially could make some plays that maybe Jamie couldn't even make. I'm not saying he's going to be better than Jamie Robinson.
He has a chance to be better than Jamie Robinson.
He could. The upside is there.
So now's the time. This is the year to do it. Year 3.
Oh, I mean, to Ira's point, he's a much longer athlete.
Yeah.
He's more versatile in that way. He's not afraid to hit you. He plays fast.
Yeah.
So I don't see a reason why, if he maximizes his ability, it may not happen this year, but if he maximizes his ability, he could absolutely project higher in the draft than Jamie Robinson.
And then when you have that line, again, I mean, it just protects those DBs. Like Greedy Vance, man, again, I thought in the second half of last season, Greedy Vance was a really nice player on that secondary.
Yeah.
And then we saw it the first day of practice Monday. He looked, I thought he looked
good.
very, very good.
And so was Jarian Jones.
Yeah.
And he's a guy you don't even think about, but he's a guy that played a lot last year, at the end of last year. And that's a really nice piece, a nice depth piece that they have that he'll probably play a lot too. They've got some options back there with not Derwin Jameses and Jalen Ramseys, but guys that have played a lot of football and are pretty good college football players.